What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. If this is your first time here on the channel, thanks so much for stopping by. Definitely check out some of my other videos, and if you like what you see, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. You guys are seeing this video on New Year's Day, so Happy New Year. Let's make 2024 a great one. Since it's a new year, that means there's some new games coming out. So today I wanted to share with you 10 of my most anticipated games that we know of right now for 2024. Let's get into it. Let's start off with the first game that I plan on picking up in 2024. That's Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. When Ubisoft first announced this game, I couldn't help but get excited for it, right? Like, I absolutely adored the Prince of Persia games that dropped during the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube era. Those games were just so much fun to play. The platforming was so much fun. They looked great. They were super stylish as well. The Lost Crown looks super dope. I love the fact that this game now is 2.5D side-scrolling, like, adventure game. Of course, it still has all that platforming in there. You have a new character, new special abilities. Sure, all the mythological stuff is gonna happen all throughout the game as far as the narrative goes. A little bit of Metroidvania sprinkled in there for good measure as well. So I can't wait to kick the new year off with a new game, and that's Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Another Code Recollection totally came out of left field. Honestly, who would have thought that we were going to get this game? It was dropped during one of last year's Nintendo Directs, and I can't wait to play it. For those of you that don't know, Trace Memory is one of my favorite games on the Nintendo DS. I remember absolutely loving that game. And now it's coming out. It's a remake that's part of this collection. It's the first game in the collection. The second game is also part of this collection as well. That second game is the sequel to Trace Memories, and it's called Another Code R: Journey into Lost Memories. And that never came out here in the West, right? We never got it here in the States. So I am super hyped to play through Trace Memory because it's been forever since I played that game. I'm super hyped to play through Trace Memory and finally get to play this sequel. Can't wait. I really don't think I need to speak too much about Final Fantasy Rebirth, but yeah, that's a game I can't wait to play. I'm a latecomer when it comes to the Final Fantasy series, right? I played the original Final Fantasy back in the day on the Nintendo, but I had no clue what was going on. And I realized at that moment that I wasn't into RPGs just because I was so confused. I was a kid. I was like, what is this? And I didn't revisit the series again until Final Fantasy X came out on the PlayStation 2, played through that and absolutely loved it. So I doubled back and I played Final Fantasy VII, and I just fell in love. I thought Final Fantasy VII Remake that came out in 2020 was fantastic. It's not a direct remake. It's more or less of a reimagining, but I loved it. It was great. So the fact that we're finally getting the second part of this trilogy within like a month or two is super exciting. Of course, the gameplay is going to be pretty much the same. Still more of that action RPG with those strategic elements that you can throw in there. I'm sure we're going to see Zack show up. Also pretty sure that we're going to get to that Aerith scene. We'll see. Hopefully I'll have my tissues ready for me. But yeah, the game's coming out soon. I'm sure all of you out there are excited to play it as well. Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth. Boy, I tell you, this Yakuza Like a Dragon series is really quickly becoming one of my favorite video game series ever. I mean, it's up there. Just a couple of weeks ago, I finished up Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. And boy, I tell you, I'm so glad I did that because that was a great connecting piece as far as Kiryu is concerned, right? It's a great connecting piece between Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. I believe that's the subtitle in it. And Infinite Wealth. It's kind of showing you the other side of things. And so I can't wait for Ichiban and the gang to be back. The whole role-playing element of it, I really didn't think it was going to work. But after I played the first Like a Dragon, I was just like, oh my gosh, they really did the damn thing. They turned this brawler into an RPG, and I love it. I'm looking forward to everything that Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is going to bring us, bring on those crazy side stories. Oh, and they also have like that Animal Crossing content where you're kind of like managing a farm. That looks so cool. So yeah, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I can't wait. Definitely going to be streaming that. In March, I know I'm going to be ready to play me some Princess Peach Showtime. Let's travel back in time for a second before I go any further to 2005 on the Nintendo DS. Super Princess Peach. I don't know if that game sold well, but I really did enjoy it. So I'm excited to see Princess Peach finally get her time to shine, especially after the Mario movie. So excited to see Princess Peach get her own game again. Princess Peach Showtime is definitely giving Kirby vibes to me, and that's great because I love me a good Kirby game. In this game, Peach is able to transform into different costumes, kind of sets the mood and the scene for things. So she's able to transform into like a Kung Fu costume. You got Kung Fu Peach. There's Detective Peach, which might give Detective Pikachu a run for his money or their money, whatever Pikachu. I don't know. What gender is Pikachu? There's even a Sword Fighter Peach costume. At this point, I'm pretty much sold on Princess Peach Showtime. I don't need to see anything else from the game. At this point, I'm just ready to play it. Let's all feast on some peaches. Little Nightmares 3 is another game that I am so hyped to play. I think I might be the only one, but that can't be possible because they're doing this is the third game in the series. So some of you guys out there played it as well. This series is my jam. It's a 2.5D side-scrolling puzzle adventure game with sprinkles of horror, if you will. Now, it's not necessarily scary, but it gets creepy at times, especially Little Nightmares 2. That game, it was creepy. Little Nightmares 3 is going to have 2 new protagonists. I'm pretty sure they're children because they typically are children that you play as. And the other cool thing is the fact that if you're playing alone, you can choose to play alone. And of course, you'll have your sidekick with you, or you can choose to play online co-op, which I think is a really good look for the series. We recently saw a trailer for No Rest for the Wicked at the Game Awards, and I gotta say, this game looks so amazing. Now, it's a trailer, and I don't want to get my hopes up. We don't know much about this game besides what we've seen in the trailer, but what's kind of making me excited for this, what's really making me excited for this is the fact that No Rest for the Wicked is the new game from Moon Studios, who are the developers of the Ori series. And I love me some Ori. This is totally out of the box for them. This is an action RPG. The art direction looks crazy. Cinematics look great. Again, it's a trailer. I think pretty soon they're going to be diving deeper into what this game is all about. But so far, all we know is that it's an action RPG. It just looks amazing. I'm sold off the fact that it's Moon Studios, and I trust they're going to deliver something great. Another game that was recently shown at the Game Awards is Visions of Mana. Who would have thought that we're getting a new Mana game in 2024? Apparently, this is the first mainline game for the series in 30 years. That's crazy. I think we can kind of guess what we're going to get because it's a new Mana game. But I mean, the trailer didn't show much of anything. But based off of what I've played in the series, I'm ready. I'm ready to experience it. I hope it comes out this year. Ooh, a new Mana game, guys. Visions of Mana. It looks great. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. It's supposed to come out this year. And I hope that it does. I have my fingers crossed. I'm so ready to experience another Fantasy Life game. Fantasy Life for the Nintendo 3DS is easily in my top 5 3DS games. One of my favorite games, just honestly, so much fun to play. I remember smiling every time I played that game. This sequel looks like it's going to offer more than what the original game had to offer. Of course, we do have the jobs or the lives that we've seen in the previous Fantasy Life games. So like, for example, woodcutter, blacksmith. I think you could have been a blacksmith in the first game, warrior, cook. This game, the sequel, offers 2 new jobs, and that's farmer and artist. So that's exciting and something to look forward to. I'm just all about good vibes and good feelings, and that's exactly what I got when I played the original game. So I'm hoping that this game does the same thing. Seemed like it was a perfect mesh of like life sim and RPG. So I'm excited to try it out when it comes out. Apparently, it's supposed to be the summer of this year, so we'll see. Last but not least, this game I have been dying to play for years. It's been on my backlog for years, and that's Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Now, when this remake is coming out, I don't know, but I'm gonna be patient. I can wait. I got plenty of other stuff to play, but I'm all for it when it drops, whenever that is this year. I enjoy the Paper Mario / Mario and Luigi series. I love the Mario RPGs, but for some strange reason, I never played the best one. Everyone says this is the best one in the series. Apparently, the story is great and it's super funny and just charming and witty. I'm excited for what's to come. Not to mention the fact that this is more or less of a traditional Paper Mario game where there is leveling up. And that's one thing that I've missed from the Mario and Luigi or Paper Mario games that have basically been released since this game. Doesn't have that traditional like level up mechanic that we saw before back then, right? So yeah, I'm stoked. Oh, I'm so ready. Once I find out when this game is coming out, I think I'm going to take the day off work. Make sure not to tell anyone. All right, guys. So those are 10 games that I can't wait to play this year, 2024. Can you believe it's 2024? That's nuts. Make sure to let me know what games you're looking forward to playing this year. I know there's a bunch of stuff coming out, so I can't wait to see what everyone else is looking forward to. As always, I want to thank all of you for watching this video, and I'll check you next time. Peace.